Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Isaac.
We host
Make
That Game.
And we're bringing you the latest
The greatest.
new video game news that is actually happening.
It
Yay!
is. This is real.
Yeah, it is.
Unlike that other show.
That fake show where we lie. No, I guess it's not lying.
Well,
But
anyway,
still.
hi everyone. It is a
Hi.
news and updates show.
The first time that there has been news in 7.5 years.
That's actually true. We only report when there is news, and if we didn't do it, none of it happened.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't hear it here, you didn't hear it at all.
So, Isaac, what have you been playing lately? Any updates in your video game life?
I have played Disco Elysium, and boy, do I have some thoughts on that. I have a lot of thoughts on it, but for those who don't know, Disco Elysium is like a point-and-click adventure game where you play an amnesiac cop who is solving a mystery in a alt. It's basically the real world, but with an alternative history. It's like fantasy, but it's so close to the real world in most ways that I struggle on what exactly to call it. It's like alt history, and it's got like different country names and stuff, but the countries all are about what you'd expect if you have real world historical knowledge. And then there's some like fantasy technology, and it's hard to describe. I've played and beaten Disco Elysium. Have some thoughts on it. Probably not the time or the place to expound upon these big thoughts I'm having. But besides that, I don't have any updates, and yeah, I think that we technically both have news, so I'll let you take care of that.
You didn't ask if I had any updates.
That's what I was just transitioning into.
Oh, okay.
I was saying I don't have anything personally to say, but I think we both have a lot to talk about with something recent.
Well, but you didn't ask me.
But what?
You're supposed
what
to say,
updates
Claire.
do you have, Claire?
I have. So I haven't been playing a lot of video games because we just moved. As you can see, it looks like we're in two different houses, but actually this is the same house. Yeah. Would you believe it?
Hard to believe, but yes, that is true.
But here we are. And my gaming update is that we finally found all the pieces of the Switch. So the Switch had been packed in randomness. The dock was not near it. The little game, we have like a little holder for all of our cards, and they were not near it. So like now it's all together. Now it's charging. Now it's ready to go. So I'm excited this weekend to hopefully play a little Breath of the Wild.
Nice. Yes, you did start playing that, though. I don't think people are aware of that.
I think I might have brought it up, but yeah, if you're not aware, I did start playing Breath of the Wild.
Just in time
I really
for Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes, well, that is some news that we'll be talking about. So one of the news is that Nintendo Direct happened. Okay, I was going to ask you this. I thought Nintendo Direct was like a super special event, but it seems like it happens every 2 months. Is that what's going on there?
Yes. Yeah, it's something that happens quite frequently. I don't know exactly when, but it happens quite often. People do get hype for it. I mean, it's special in the sense that every 2 months you get to know what's coming out now or later.
I don't know. I guess the first one that I experienced as a video gamer, I thought like, wow, what a cool, it's so interesting. And then it's like, oh, this just happens. It's like if the Oscars happened every 3 months. Like, okay.
Fair. I could see how that would take the wind out of the sails of that one.
They announced stuff, which I guess is what happens at Nintendo Direct. And one of the things that we already knew it was happening, like Tears of the Kingdom's been announced, but they released a new trailer for it. I don't know if the release date was already out, but it is now on May 23rd, I think.
May? That's so long from now. I thought it was going to be a February-March game. May?
No, I think it was five. It was like 5/23 or 20 something. So
this is ridiculous.
Late May.
I know. May. Jeez.
Which is good though. It gives me time to finish Breath of the Wild. Maybe, right? It's a good goal.
That's true.
It's a good goal to have because it is a sequel. Which I was talking to Isaac about. Like, we have an episode, and maybe I'll try to find it. I don't know. I can't find any of our episodes, but we have an episode. I can at least see if we can find the question about video game sequels and like what you want in a sequel, because this would be the first sequel I've ever played. Because Sims isn't a sequel; it's like an upgrade. This is literally like the gameplay based on the trailer. I think looks identical to Breath of the Wild. There's obviously some new elements. If you watch the trailer, you'll see like, and I didn't even pick this up the first time, but Isaac saw Sky Islands, so you're like flying around, which is like okay, I guess.
You don't like Skylands?
I like them enough. I think it's kind of like, I don't know. I guess to me, I'm not like that hype about this game.
As somebody who's scared of heights in video games, Skylands still somehow thrills and titillates me.
See, I liked it in Lila's Sky Arc because that was like the whole thing. It's all about that, but like,
it might be the whole thing here.
Yeah, but then just make a game where that's it. I don't know. Why is it a sequel? I don't know. I don't know. I'm struggling to be hype about this. Even though I love Breath of the Wild, I'm like, did we need Breath of the Wild 2? I don't know. Maybe I'll know when I finish the game. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Isaac I would rather see, if they're going to do a new Zelda game, I'd rather see like either a completely different brand new game or a rehash of like make Oceans
Oracle of Seasons.
Oracle of Seasons. Yes, I cannot remember the word Oracle. Oracle of Seasons in like the Link's Awakening new Switch style or something like that. You know, I'd be hype about that.
Agreed.
Yeah. What else? Do you have anything else?
So Metroid Prime Remastered came out like as soon as the Direct was over. I'm pretty sure that was so I haven't played really any Metroid games, but I know Metroid Prime was a hype one back when I was in middle school or high school. I forget exactly when, but lots of people played it. It's a first-person shooter Metroid game where many or all of them up until that point was a 2D like side scroller. And yeah, the graphics, I keep seeing on like Twitter people posting like graphic comparisons and they're like, it's so much more beautiful. And yeah, I wonder if they actually changed any gameplay. They announced new Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games that are going to be available on the Switch through Switch Online, including Fire Emblem, the first American Fire Emblem, which is also the first Fire Emblem that I ever played, which is super exciting, actually. If I remember right, Switch Online is the thing where you can like play old games for free, basically. That's as long as you have the subscription to it, which means that I could, right now, go grab the Switch, download Fire Emblem, and start playing it. So I'm going to go do that and clock out for the rest of the episode.
All right.
There was another Game Boy Advance game that is there.
There's a Zelda game you got excited about.
Oh, Minish Cap. Minish Cap is cool. I was more excited for you for that one.
Oh.
Because I think that you would like it. It's closer to the Link's Awakening style gameplay, but with better graphics than like the original Game Boy version of Link's Awakening. Not quite the plastic Polly Pocket or Link's Awakening remake style, but it's like... have you seen Wind Waker?
Yeah, I saw the speedrun of it.
Yeah, so Minish Cap is that style, but 2D pixels.
Okay. I mean, that would be pretty okay, I think.
Yeah. Besides that, new Splatoon 3 season pass, so you can get more content for Splatoon 3, not a game I play. That's all that I remember, but I feel like I'm forgetting one or two big ticket items.
Did you talk about Pikmin?
Pikmin 4! That's the big ticket item! I love Pikmin. I have actually only, I think, played the first one for any length of time. But I loved it, and then I just never had, like, I was too young to be able to afford to buy games willy-nilly for the rest of the 2 and 3 that came out. And, you know, by the time I did get adult money, I just did not have, like, GameCube was already so outmoded, and I think Pikmin 3 was for, like, the Wii U or something, which I never even had. But Pikmin 4, baby, let's go. Give me those little carrot people. Let me throw them at giant monsters and pick up bottle caps. Let's go.
I'm glad you're very excited about this. You're trying to get me hyped for it, but I was like, absolutely, I don't know. I don't
I'm
get
pretty sure
it.
you even yawned. Not that the YouTube people are going to see it because it's going to be focused on me because I was talking, but I'm 99% sure you yawned.
While you were talking, no,
Yeah.
I had a little tickle in my nose. I was trying not
Oh.
to sneeze. So you're excited about that. I did want to share. That's all the Nintendo Direct news that I know about. But I did find a TikTok because folks, we are on TikTok at Make That Game Pod if you wanted to follow us. But I saw a TikTok about Just Dance. And I did not know that Just Dance has freaking lore.
Oh, you showed me this, yeah.
I did, yeah. So basically, two of the coaches, which is what they call the dancers that like you follow to follow along with the dances, have like a love story that spans versions of the game. Like it starts in Just Dance 2 with Rasputin, which is like the best dance in Just Dance 2. And then I guess in Just Dance 3, they took that same character and had them flirt with another character. And then like it continues. Like to today's Just Dance 2023, where now they've broken up. I don't know. But I did not know that any Just Dance had any storyline whatsoever. This was really fun to find out. Also, I haven't done research into this, but I was talking to listener and sometimes guest Meghana, and she said that she thinks Just Dance 2023 has like a story mode. So I'm really curious. I might be investigating that. I'm hesitant to buy it because if you listen to our Just Dance episode where I honk and bonk Just Dance, 2021 is what I have, and it's just so, it just really, really wants you to subscribe. And it's like a $60 game, and it's like, that just seems ridiculous. So if this one's also $60, I don't know if it's worth it. But I'm really curious about story mode, though, because if it's anything like Rock Band, where you're like a dancer and you have to like compete to like rise to the top or whatever. I mean, I'm in, like, take my money. So I will be investigating that. So that's kind of news as well. And then the final news that I think Isaac and I have is we did start Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. The tea?
Sorry, I just realized that we might be going for a joke with that one.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't want to. I froze up, and now you can edit that. You can see the silence, and you can edit that out. But
Okay.
yeah, we started Last of Us.
Yeah. It's weird, though. Like, we've been playing for like 2.5 hours, and we haven't gotten to do anything yet.
Yeah, in fact, we don't even have the controller hooked up, or it's a weird controller with, I don't know, numbers and stuff
and
on it.
And the graphics are like really incredible.
It looks like real people. Like, I swear,
wild.
Pedro Pascal, like, they must have deep faked this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
The
wild.
technology is incredible. I didn't know that he was involved in it, but
so that's exciting. So I'll be updating you on that. And all jokes aside, I did want to talk a little bit about The Last of Us for real. If that's okay.
The TV show. To be clear, we're
talking
watching
about
the TV show.
I don't think either of us have ever played the game.
No, I haven't.
But one thing that I was noticing, because obviously I've played video games, is a lot of the set design I can tell is a video game. And which is great. Like they want to make nods to the game. They want people to see like, oh my God, that's like this. But it made me think like, what is video game interior design? Like, why can I look at a room in a regular TV show and be like, oh yeah, I can tell that's a replica of a video game? What about it? I've been trying to think about it for the past like couple hours. Like what does that? Like, you know, like the placement of objects, the amount.
I think it's like, so.
Because like what?
In a video game, you have to consider functionality as a primary thing, right? So functionally, rooms have to be fairly big and open. Your character's collider box is usually like a pill-shaped thing or a cylinder or a sphere or something. So you can't have a bunch of stuff scattered all over the place that you can get that caught on, because you wouldn't be like a real human being, except for like in the most advanced games where like only the leg collides with objects or only the arm collides with objects. So like you can, if there's like two like school desks next to each other, your character can squeeze between them by moving sideways or whatever. Like normally you would have to press a button. So they generally tend to have more open areas so that these characters can move around semi-freely instead of getting caught on everything. That's my initial guess. is something like that.
I
Is
guess. Well,
a
yeah,
lot
but
more open than like a normal set would be for a movie.
I don't think they really did that in the show, though.
Yeah, I'll have to pay closer
Also,
attention to the
I think a
show.
lot of sets are going to be slightly more open than the regular room because you have to fit like cameras and lights and all
That's
that stuff. So you
true.
have the same issues just for a different reason. Um, I think for me, it's more like the chair in the corner. Like I'm like, that's for a video game. Or like the way pictures are on the wall. It's almost like they're purposefully askew. Like they're like that's the thing. I can't describe it. Or like there's like a broken mirror, and I'm like, that's a video, like a door off its
Well,
hinges.
the mirror has the mirror has to be broken because implementing a mirror in a video game is incredibly difficult. B, the door has to be off of its hinges because implementing a door in a video game is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Um, basically, all it comes down to is video games are purpose built to make them as easy to implement as possible. And in fact, there is an article that came out a couple years ago, and I think it was specifically about The Last of Us, that was explaining how implementing doors in The Last of Us was incredibly difficult. I'm going to try to find that article so that we can put it in the episode
Okay.
description as a link, because it's just it's fascinating to see, like, oh, doors, they've got to be pretty easy to implement. No, this almost destroyed the entire game. And if it's
Wow.
not Last
Yeah.
of Us, we'll in the description be like, it's not actually Last of Us, it's Among Us. I don't know, some other game.
Yeah. I would never have assumed doors would be hard. I would thought doors would be like not hard.
Well, this article is going to be a real mind bender for you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all of our news and updates. If you know any cool news or video game updates or news stories you see that you want us to talk about, you can email us, makethatgamepodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at MakeThatGamePod. You can also find us on Twitch. We did go live once and might do it again. Who knows?
One single time.
Twitch.tv/MakeThatGame. And we are on YouTube, youtube.com/@symbol Make That Game.
I think if they can see you draw the @ symbol in the camera, I think they're already on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Damn it. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay, well, that's our show. I don't know what the sign off is for the news show because it's been a while. Is there one on there?
Let me check. Think. Find us on YouTube.
I already did that.
Is how
I already
it
said
ends.
that. Okay,
No,
well,
that's
the end.
If you liked what you heard, that's the news.
That's the news.
Goodbye.
Bye.